as we get closer to July, the period where we're going to see the Z Fold 4 and Flip 4 get released, yes, a month early. Why is it coming out a month early? Because everyone else is coming out with phones around this time period. We got Oppo, not Oppo, we got Huawei, we got Google, we got Motorola, we got so many different foldable, flippable phones coming out right now. So Samsung is releasing this phone a month early. With that being said, we have gotten so many leaks, so many talks about what the Z Flip 5 could look like, Z Fold 5 could look like. Z Fold 5 is not really much of an upgrade, but the Z Flip 5 really has one huge upgrade, which is the outside display. So there's been so many leaks and rumors and talks and blah, 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 blah. Z Fold 5, by the way, the biggest upgrade is the new hinge that has literally no gap on the display, and it's going to be dust resistant. That's the biggest upgrade with Z Fold 5. But the Z Flip 5, the biggest upgrade is the outside display. And ever since Motorola came out with their phones and how their outside displays are literally the size of the outside of the phone, it has started so much talk, so much rumors around how Samsung should go about their phone too. Now, once Oppo created the Find N2 Flip, that's when I feel like it really kicked into motion how flippable phones should work. It's kind of funny how Oppo really isn't the biggest company out there, but they have really just changed the industry in certain directions. With everything they do, it's almost like it becomes, as we already know in the industry, it's most of the industry is a copycat industry. It has become to that point where, okay, Oppo did this, okay, let's do that too. That looks like that works, let's do it too. So it just became a copycat industry, and Oppo comes out with their flippable phone, crazy outside display. Motorola, who already actually came out with a flippable phone with an outside display, which was crazy before. But then they copy. It just goes down the line. So everyone's going to have the same outside display. Everyone's going to have the same inside display. Everyone's going to have the same everything. And it becomes every single phone is the same exact flippable, foldable phone out there. This is why, Huawei's CEO came out and said, listen, every single phone is the same. It's a boring industry when you really sit down and think about it, because every single phone is just going to be the same exact carbon copy of each other. There's no creativity. And he's absolutely right when he said that, because that's really what it's becoming, right? Which is not too bad. It's not bad. It is bad, but it isn't bad. Well, that's why I say it is bad. It is bad because, yes, you want the industry to get pushed forward, and you want the industry to go in a certain direction where you can actually have fun and get some crazy products. The reason why it's bad, right, is because, why it's good is because hopefully this causes more competition to speak up, more competition to kind of, weak its ugly head into things, and hopefully we do get advancements in some of these phones. The more successful foldable, flippable phones, the more we're going to see better foldable and flippable phones. Just how it works. You have more competition, you have more people, pushing to be number one. Problem is, though, Samsung is always number one. I don't know if anyone's going to dethrone them. And with the Surface Zero 3 probably not coming out at this point, I'm not sure if we're going to see even Microsoft join the ring on that aspect. But here is the flippable Galaxy Z Flip 4. And the outside display looks freaking humongous. I mean, that's an understatement to say that, but I'm just going to say it as it is. I kind of find it funny because I feel like at some point with these flippable phones, with the outside display being so crazy big, eventually you're going to have a phone in your pocket, one of these flips in your pocket, whether it's Galaxy or Oppo, whatever, and you're going to accidentally start calling people. That's what I'm really just thinking to myself, because the outside displays of these flippable phones, the software is fine. There's nothing wrong with the software. And there's also different applications like Cover Screen OS, so you can make it really customizable. But I feel like, especially with softwares coming out in the future that aren't optimized as much for flippable phones, you're going to see some bugs and glitches where people start calling random people while they're walking around. Kind of like butt dialing, but to a next level extent. I don't know why, I just got an image in my head now where you're going to have a phone in your pocket that has this outside display. This is going to cause so much craziness going on. Maybe I'm crazy to say that, but that's what I'm just starting to think. But with that being said, though, this is, again, the major upgrade from the Z Flip 4 while you're buying this phone. Other than that, it's going to be pretty much the same exact as the Z Flip 4. There's nothing really too crazy major upgrade-wise, but the outside display is going to give you so much more real estate to use this phone, be able to do a lot more things. And I will ask you down below, guys, how much do you think this outside display really matters to you personally? If you own a Z Flip device, would you care that much about this outside display? Because what's really interesting to me is, other than for gimmick purposes and, you know, like the initial nostalgia of having it, who is really going to use this outside display every single day? Because at the end of the day, you got to think of it like this, right? You know, you have a regular cell phone, let's say an iPhone 14 Pro Max here, right? So when this is fully open, this is the size of an iPhone 14 Pro Max, right? Well, this is the screen size, this right here. So are you really going to use that much of a screen size, like that much of your screen? Are you really going to use that as a full-on texting tool, you know, Twitter tool, whatever you're going to use it for? Is that going to be enough screen? Because this is another thing I think that really is starting to spark conversations is, well, yes, it's cool to have an outside display on a phone, like, let's be honest, the Z Fold devices do it perfect, Oppo devices do it perfect, and obviously, Microsoft at one point could have done it perfect. But the question is it really that practical that you're going to use it that much? That's worth, for example, upgrading from a Z Flip 4 to Z Flip 5. I just don't really know. And again, I've never owned a Motorola Flip, Razr Flip, so maybe possibly if you own that phone, you kind of see the beauties of it. But I just feel like you're not going to text off of it. You're probably not going to call off it. Most likely, if you own one of these phones, you probably own a Galaxy Watch. And I hate to tell you this, but the Galaxy Watch can do pretty much everything you need on your wrist. You have it on your wrist. It can make calls. It can pause music. It can do Google Pay. It can do everything you need it to do. So now the question really becomes for me is, what's the point of a crazy outside display on a flippable phone? On a foldable phone, I get it, because, you know, it gives you, a foldable phone has enough in the outside display that you can use the phone like a candy bar cell phone if you really wanted to, and then also open it up for the bigger display. Foldable phones make sense. But for flippable phones, I just never really got the selling point of having an outside display, other than the fact that, again, you could make the argument, just because. Like, you should have the option. You should have the ability to. So, definitely interesting for flippable phones. But definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.